Okay, good evening, dear students. This is Claudio Cero giving you some recommendations on how to understand the grading process for our self-access learning materials. Initially, I want to tell you that it has been a long process grading due to the assignments and due to the number of students that I have and the way that I evaluate the course. So I want initially that you go back to the course guide that was posted in our Virtual Savannah course, the one that you actually have all the information on how I was going to grade you. So in certain cases, so probably you will say, well, you will have some ideas about the grade that you receive. Probably you were expecting a higher grade, but since I have this rubric, so that's why probably you didn't get that grade. One of the important grades that you have was the participation in the online discussions forums. Remember that this is a very important grade since it is like the main learning environment. Initially, you have to generate two actions: generate and support the points of view showing knowledge of the topic and the input materials, formulate questions and comments on arguments to what your colleagues post, use bibliographical sources to actually support what you are saying, and posting in the limit times. So if you can see here, let's see that most of you, let's say that at a certain moment, comply with one of these requirements. Meanwhile, some others did not do it, and that's why basically the problem that we have. In some other rubric, the one that I have here to evaluate self-access learning materials, so there were like 10 different issues that were considered, like a complete identification of the material, clear and meaningful learning objects, clear and accessible instructions, a scaffolded learning process and language input, logical choice, providing students with evaluation, feedback, and progression opportunities, citation according to the APA styles, addressing to multiple intelligences, good evidence that you are actually using Web 2.0 tools, and language and mechanics. We also have the rubric for the portfolio. And in the portfolio, you have to include certain sections. You have to include artifacts, like to show evidence of what you were doing, to support with the APA style, good language mechanics, and of course using good technology. And in there you will find, and that was the rubric that I used, and you will find that some of you got good grades and some other not that good, probably as you were expecting. So it's very important that you refer to this. In this let's say initial idea that I have to evaluate, there were certain percentages that were considered, and this is what you are going to find in the rubric that in the checklist that I'm going to send you. So initially, the online participation and discussion forum was graded at 20%. So some people failed and some people passed because you didn't comply with the requirements of participations in all the modules. It was not only one, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8 different moments that you have to actually participate. So that's why we have some passing grades, but at the same time we have some failing grades. When I graded this, I could see that let's say the students who actually participate kept the same let's say performance, and the ones that were not very regular in this participation, well, of course, they kept the same performance along the course. I also grade the reading, vocabulary, SAM plus the writing and SAM. Let's say that in general terms for these ones, since these ones were the first attempts that you were actually doing and learning, as we can see here, the reading and vocabulary, so I decided just to evaluate the fact that you actually posted and actually did it. So that was, and most of you, if you posted, you have a 5, because it was just the fact that you were learning, and in that way I graded this as the 20%. The listening and speaking SAM plus the CLIL SAM were evaluated considering the rubric that we have in the course guide. So of course there are some good grades, some regular grades, and even some negative grades, because the rubric, especially in the criteria regarding let's say the scaffolding, the process, or the objectives, or some issues that you didn't include it in your SAMs. What else? The digital teaching portfolio was the 50%. So again, it was the last opportunity that you have to actually improve your learning objects, your SAMs, but not many students actually took advantage of this opportunity. There was another grade that was the Bank of Online Learning Resources. Unfortunately, many people missed this opportunity to have a good grade, and not everybody posted. So I decided just to organize like an average and giving a good grade for those of you who actually posted a good number of resources, and just giving like a 3. That is not like a passing grade for those that just posted 2 or 1. And the final one that you will see, the final column, is going to be the 100% with 3 digits, meaning that you can see 3.71 becomes 3.7, 408 becomes 4.1, and 353 becomes 3.5, right? When you receive these, you will find that there are some columns which are hidden. So for example, here from AXBF, so what you will find when you see these ones, you will find all the detail of how I graded your course. So you will be able to see, let me see, you will be able to see all the work that you did along the course, and you will be able to find some comments like not posted or incomplete. So these red triangles actually mean like my comments when I was checking every single let's say comment or any single action that you did. So as you can see, I took the time. I actually analyzed what you did. I have everything posted here. Again, as I'm telling you, it was well, an awesome activity, because there were a lot of posts, there were a lot of assignments. For example, we have 56, 32. This is one way, and in some cases that I actually have to check. So what I did was looking for one of you, let's say Juan Carlos, for example, and immediately I can go to his history, and I can actually see the quality of his post, the amount of his post, and if he actually posted what he has to post. So I do hope that with this video you can actually understand the grade, and that you can actually understand where these grades come. The final grade, as you will see, is the addition, as you have it here, is the addition of the cells that have the final percentages for each one of these percentages. So don't forget to actually upload all of the let's say all of the cells that are hidden, because in that way you will be able to actually see what we have. So you will see, for example, participations in some cases. You will see certain grades, because no participation at all, etc., etc. So, my dear friends, I do hope that you actually learned a lot from this course. From those of you who actually have just a passing grade, it would be interesting if you can actually continue improving your exams and having actually good products that reinforce self-direction and that actually provides students with opportunities to learn by themselves. As done this, I will start sending you your individual grades, and I do hope that you take advantage of this feedback to improve your work. Okay, thank you very much, and this is it for now.